Before I go deeper into my part of the presentation, I wanted to get a good hold on what companies are looking to move into to strengthen their security posture. There's lots of different solutions out there, whether it be encryption, data loss prevention, two-factor authentication, patch management, vulnerability assessment. And we wanted to get a good feel on where people are starting to navigate. What are they trying to add to their organization? And in saying that, a little bit of information about ESET. If you haven't heard of us before, we now have over 1,200 employees worldwide. We have partners spanning 200 countries, and we have over 15 offices worldwide. And we've been doing endpoint security for 30 years, and we're still a privately owned company in the European Union. And over those 30 years, we've been evolving and constantly strengthening our endpoint security. We started doing heuristic detection in 1995. We added behavioral detection in 2002. And as you can see, we continue to add layer after layer onto our endpoint security product. And we do this because we don't believe that there is truly a single silver bullet technology. Only one of these is not going to help push the envelope and protect you against these modern threats. So we have to keep adding more and more layers to make sure you're protected from these new and ever-coming threats. But why do people go with ESET? There's lots of different endpoint security vendors out there. And first, they choose us because we have a small footprint and we're extremely lightweight. ESET participates in countless independent third-party testing labs to continually prove that our technology works and is effective. And if the technology is effective, that means that no longer do you have to worry about reimaging computers all the time. You don't have to spend time cleaning computers or investigating threats if the solution works as it should. We support all different OSs that you might have in your environment, so you can have a single solution with a single pane of glass across all of the different OSs that you might manage. If you are a multinational or a global company, we have multi-language support, so everyone in their own individual company can have the application work in the language that they're most familiar with. And then finally, customer service. ESET support is located 100% in the United States, and you can call, email, and chat with them, and it's completely free for you as a customer. But what OSs does ESET support? I mentioned cross-platform support. On the endpoint side, we support Windows, Mac, Linux. On the Android side, we have AV and MDM. And on the iOS side, we have MDM-only features. Our management server can be set up on Windows or Linux, and we have a virtual appliance available that you can import into any hypervisor that you might have. If cloud is where you want your management server to be, we have an image available in the Microsoft Azure Marketplace that you can easily import in to your cloud infrastructure. For any companies that are worried about migrating, they know the headache that comes with moving from one endpoint security vendor to another. We have what we call ESET Rip and Replace, which is really migration made easy. Because we deliver to you a single MSI that will rip out any incumbent AV. It doesn't matter how it is set up or how it's configured. It doesn't matter if it has a password protection in place. It will completely rip out the incumbent AV. It will install ESET. There will be no reboots or interaction throughout that entire process, and we guarantee it to work 100% of the time. So now you don't need to worry about the migration process. You don't need to worry if it's going to work or not, because it's extremely simple to get moved over to ESET. But ESET doesn't just provide endpoint security products. We have encryption and two-factor authentication that we offer to any company looking to strengthen their security posture. And through our Technology Alliance partners, we have other solutions such as backup recovery, DLP, and patch management. So any sort of prospect or customer can come to ESET and buy a full security solution directly from us.